So, because I don't have any friends. I mean, I really don't. I mean, even relatives aren't calling me. Like my aunt said, well, your cousin said, well, I'm not going to call her. I don't want to bother her. She's so busy with her kids. I'm not busy with my kids. I'm just sitting here most of the day just wondering if somebody would be interested in talking to me, but apparently nobody is. Well, there could be a reason for that. I don't know. Problem number 1. Does it stick in your craw? That's another idiom. I thought that I had run out of idioms, but I have a plethora of idioms. I hate to say this, but it's really true. My mother's ashes and my brother's ashes are sitting side by side on a metal shelf in a basement with pretty plastic bags under them. And I do not have the money to give them a proper burial. If you really cared about Mom that much, wouldn't you have contributed something? It's like, well, we really care. Well, you don't care that much, obviously. Well, we showed up to the memorial service, didn't we? Judy paid with money that she didn't have, so I appreciate what you've done, dear. Thank you. But we all got food poisoning from that buffet, by the way. Like, I had horrible diarrhea the next day. It was just like almost immediate. Might have been the same day. It's a bunch of rubes and hicks out there managing this place. It's just you don't want to go there, please. I mean, seriously. Like, well, I've got this e-ticket. No, I've got free breakfast. I'm going to call down. I said, can I order something to go? And the woman hangs up on me. So then I go downstairs to the actual dining room. Breakfast. Mohican. Yes, breakfast. And she ignores me. So finally I go into the kitchen. She says, well, could you just get out of here. You can't come in here. There's like a guy and her. She said, well, we can't hire people. People are not working these days. I know. I know what you did. I know you hung up on me, and you got my order wrong. I didn't want bacon. I wanted sausage. You know, you screw up everything in your life. And finally you screwed me over. I'm Jesus in the flesh. I believe I am. You really are not a very nice person, so don't pretend that you are. Well, don't complain. I would have complained, but I didn't have the heart to complain. Again, my brother's ashes and my mother's ashes are sitting side by side on a metal shelf. It's like a utility shelf in the basement. I know it isn't proper, but what could I do that was proper? I don't even have a small fortune. I have nothing to honor their memory. A lot of the things that I treasured as a kid were ripped from me. Like, let's start with my Mickey Mouse watch, Dad. I love my Mickey Mouse watch. It had little white-gloved hands that were pointing to the hour and the minute. And Dad, all of a sudden, he just decided, well, he's going to take that for himself. He ripped off the watch band. In effect, he kind of raped my Mickey Mouse watch. I mean, he just kind of did. He just was so selfish. And then I had to live in a basement when I was a kid, and I was bitten by spiders. It's like, well, that must be a spider bite. Oh, well, so. I'm like, why are you making me live in the basement? I mean, am I a prisoner or like a servant or something? Well, you have to live in the basement. But I was bitten by spiders numerous times living in the basement. It's like the spiders would see me. I'm like fresh meat. You want to know what life was like for me? Don't even go there. lot of people complain I'm such a mean person. What am I doing that's so mean? I take care of you. I do laundry. I make dinner sometimes. I do dishes sometimes. I leave you alone, and yet you complain. Well, she's a horrible person. How? Because I'm a Christian, I'm a horrible person. You are targeting me because I am a person of faith, and I know that's true. It is not paranoia, it is reality. I'm supposedly surrounded by all these semi-Christian neighbors. Does anybody ever give me a friendly hello ever? Ever! When I go to the store, at least the cashiers are friendlier than my neighbors, and I don't understand. Yeah, there was a woman who used to shout, blah, 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 blah. And I did oppose her a few times. And I called her a few choice names, which were accurate, by the way. And now all of a sudden everybody thinks I'm the psycho. I'm not the one who started this. And in fact, my son, he rejected Christ at an early age, and that's when he really turned psycho and he started shouting. I was embarrassed because people could hear him just shouting. They thought it was my husband. My husband doesn't. I've rarely heard him raise his voice. You rarely hear me raise my voice. Occasionally, maybe once every couple of months, you hear me raise my voice because I'm a calm person. I've learned to be calm. It's better to be calm than to be, hysterical. I mean, folks, the whole telling story, it's well known. If it isn't, then it should be. If you ask me, I will tell you. In fact, the other day when I wasn't even expecting to see them, there she is, the big woman, following the little man down the street, pushing a kid in a stroller. Gosh, I hope it's not the 5-year-old kid, because his growth is really stunted if so. I mean, God help him if that's true. And she says, I'm going to punch you right in the face. She punched me in the face twice. The police never did anything about it. They didn't believe me. It's like, I'm not a person who usually is involved in... Clarence will testify, right? I testify. I've never got into any kind of physical kerfuffle at all. In my entire life. I mean, yeah, I did spank my kids a few times when spanking was okay. I don't spank anymore because, well, that's just abuse. You can't spank children. Well, I don't spank children. I become incensed. When you become incensed, you become incensed. And sometimes people don't like that. I'm having a lot of problems in my life right now. Everybody wants my help. Well, just pray for me and I'll pray for you.